Hey everyone. I'm Thomas Walle. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Unacast. And the whole world, online world, is now being indexed by Google. We know that. What we click, what we buy, what we read today is carefully organized and presented by some of the greatest companies in the world so we can have the best online experience. But there's a greater world out there, the world that we live in. And that world is now being quickly censored up with beacons and other proximity sensors, creating magical moments when our phone interacts with these sensors. And these sensors are being placed in hotels, in airports, in shopping malls, even in retail stores, placed in departments, even down to the products that we touch and feel. And every time our smartphone interacts with these sensors, we'll leave a digital footprint. And this footprint is unique data. If you look at the history of data, we are entering a new paradigm. It all started with online data. It was about understanding clicks. Then we went mobile. We could understand location, but limited to where people spend their time in a city or at a specific street. Now with proximity data, we can start to understand what stores do people visit, what departments do they spend their time in, and what products do they actually look at and touch and feel. And this whole thing is enabled by the very rapidly growing proximity and beacon market. There's more than 8 million beacons deployed globally today already, and that will grow to more than 500 million the next 5 years. And if you look at some of the use cases where these magical moments are happening, Gimbal have deployed beacons at sports stadiums in the US. So based on where you sit in that sports stadium, you can receive seat upgrades and food directly to your seat. In London, Proxama have deployed beacons as buses and subways. So the second you enter the bus, boom, your ticket has been purchased. And even here at Slush, there's more than 200 beacons being deployed with nimble devices, helping us with wayfinding. If you haven't downloaded the app, the Slush app, you should definitely do it. It's a great way to show accuracy and how great this technology can be. But these 3 companies only represent 3 out of 400 companies globally creating these magical moments. So what if we can understand a customer's movement across these millions of sensors, hundreds of different proximity companies? How would that affect our lives? Let's talk about retail. When I walk into a store, they don't know who I am. But that can be enabled with the use of proximity data. When I walk into the store, they can know who I am, where I've been, and my preferences, and what products I'm looking for. Only then, I believe, retail can really take up the competition with Amazon. Ads and marketing will be way more relevant, way more personalized, creating an even better online experience, since we also can take this offline proximity behavior into account. And don't forget games. Games are going into location. Pokemon Go is just one of the few games now really bridging physical and digital. And I can promise you that a Pokemon behind the shoe shelf at Macy's, that will happen very, very soon. So what if this one company could understand all these movements across all these millions of beacons, hundreds of different proximity companies, to create that one unified view of where we spend our time at the most granular level? Well, that company is Unacast. And we have tied all these data points, all these sensors together since the first sensors hit the market. Our team has done an amazing job and built the world's largest network of beacon and proximity companies, cemented our #1 position, and many of the world's largest marketing and advertisement companies in the world are already licensing our data, fueling their marketing engine to create even better products and services for you. So we are entering into a new data era, a data era where we can finally understand what people do in the real world at the most granular level. And that era is spearheaded by Unacast. As we say it, we build the real world graph. Thank you.